Hello, all my fellow enthusiasts, and welcome to a brand new series here on this channel. This is Monster Hunter World, a game I'm sure all of you are already familiar with. Monster Hunter has played a huge part in my life. I've been playing it since I was in my early middle school years. Not this game specifically, of course. I started out with Monster Hunter Tri on the Wii, funnily enough, and that was my first introduction to the Monster Hunter series. The other Monster Hunter games were sort of before my time, but oh man, that game, I would come home after school and play that every single day for a good few months. And then I got Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate for the 3DS, and then eventually the other Monster Hunter 4 game for the 3DS as well. And so I've been playing Monster Hunter for a very long time, and Monster Hunter World has been quite a blast to play through. I've already played this game, I've already tried it out and everything like that, but I think I'm gonna start all the way from the beginning. I'm already about halfway through the game on my other save file, but I want to share the experience with you guys, and so we're gonna create a brand new character, based off of myself, as best as I can, and we're gonna have our own Monster Hunter adventure. I've already gotten my friends together to help me hunt some monsters. Omni will be joining me at some point. And yeah, I will be quiet for cutscenes just so we can get the atmosphere of the game and everything like that. So I'll be quiet for a little bit. So I'll see you guys on the other side.
Sisters and brothers of the Fifth Fleet, it's time. I'll keep my farewell brief. Never was much with words. Once you board this ship, there's no turning back. The next ground your feet will touch will be that of the New World. If any of you have lost your nerve, then step away now, and let no one judge you. Very well. Then sail safe and strong, and may the Sapphire Star light your way.
Monster Hunter World. Oh man. You guys can't believe how much of a nostalgia rush coming into this game was when I first opened it on the PC. It is something else. I'm playing on high settings, not ultra high, so it might not be as good as what you guys are used to, but I'll give it a shot. Felines are the cutest. I'm sorry, they just are. I can't wait to design a feline palico for you guys. I think you can already guess what I'm gonna base it off of.
Yo! Did you hear? We're almost there! You ready to grab this new world by the horns? Don't know about you. It feels like ages since I left home to join the commission. So, nervous? Believe you me, I get it. Anything could happen to us, but hey, that's happened.
Hey, aren't you one of the A-list hunters?
What? No way! So are we! Hey! Tell us your name!
Alright guys, so this is the part where I get to design my character. And the funny part about this is I'm going to try and make this as much like me as possible. And I've already kind of tested out the character creator to see if I could recreate myself. And I know I'm never going to be like this pretty or anything like that. But this is the preset we're going to start with for the moment. I will be editing it, of course, look a little bit more like me. But this is what we're going to go with for now. So, yeah, I have tried to recreate myself in this game so far, just to see if it was even remotely possible, because I'm not the most attractive person, and a lot of the character creation stuff is obviously going to try and, you know, make your character look attractive, because, you know, you're going to be staring at this thing all game. You want to make it look nice. And so, yeah, we're just going to try and recreate me. Oh, here, let me throw up a picture of me on screen so you can see what I'm trying to run for. This is a picture of me trying to blow an elkhorn at my graduation ceremony, so we'll see. Okay. Let's It's kinda there. I think that works. Okay. And I am pale as all get out. I don't go outside very often, so I hardly ever see the sun. I actually think this is a really good hairstyle as it is. I usually like having straight hair, but I don't like put the time and effort into it. So like if I could, if I cared enough, this is what my hair would look like. But I think this one is actually more accurate because I don't go through the trouble of straightening my hair anymore. Now my hair is pretty dark, but it's also it's like a really weird brunette sort of color. It's kind of reddish, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure how to describe it. You guys can probably tell what I'm talking about in the picture and things like that. So let's try something like this. So if I go right there, yeah, I think that's about right. Somewhere in there. Maybe a little less saturated. Yeah. I don't know. You guys can critique it later, because I can edit my hair color. I just can't edit, like, the facial features or anything like that after we get in the game. Okay. It is a little bit dark, actually. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, I don't know. You guys can tell me what you think in the comments. Now, as you guys can probably guess, I have some wicked eyebrows. I've been told I'm very expressive, so I'm going to have to put, like, thick eyebrows on this thing, no matter how bad they look. That's just... I'm trying to recreate myself. I gotta be true. Okay. Oh, brow type. I don't know, that doesn't really change much, so I'll just leave it as is. I can't really figure it out. I think that's okay? I'm not sure. Try and make it the same sort of color as my hair. There we go. Okay. Now, you guys might not be able to tell this, but I actually have like a weird sort of heterochromia situation going on. I have like gray eyes, but like one of them is slightly like blue and the other one is slightly green. So I'm gonna start out with like a grayish color and give it like a little bit of blue, and then I'm gonna edit the other eye to look like it's slightly greener. Because it's not very noticeable, but I've heard my parents mention it pretty often, so I'm gonna go like that. So wait, this is the, yeah, this is the left eye, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so if I just move it towards this way, yeah, that's about right. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not entirely used to this sort of control scheme, on the PC, so, yeah. Okay, so now I get to choose an eye type. Holy cow! That's kind of creepy looking. Okay. Let's try and not make me look like a horror movie monster, why don't we? Oh, jeez. Some of these eye styles are just weird, to say the least. That doesn't look too bad. She has seen some shit. Okay, what if yeah, you guys can critique my character creating process in the comments if you like. I'm going through this process with you because I want to experience every part of the game with you guys. And I know this probably isn't as entertaining as hacking and slashing and monsters, but I think it's its own little part of the game. Jeez! Those eye wrinkles, though. Okay, not that. Let's go with that. The other one looked like alien eyes. Okay, I think that's actually the one we started out with, so whatever. I have a pretty long nose. I don't know. I've seen myself in profile sometimes, and it's arguably very weird. Yeah, okay, that's not a bad choice for the nose, actually. I think it's weird trying to recreate yourself in a game, just because, you know, it's weirdly like you, but it's also not. I know Omni will be joining me from Monster Hunter later on, and he's trying to recreate himself as well, so we'll see how that goes and see what he comes up with. I think the hair is actually a little bit too dark now that I'm looking at it. Oh golly. Okay, let's go like that, and then maybe a little less red. Yeah, that's better. Okay. We'll go with that. Okay, clothing. Oh jeez, I would never wear something like that, but that's literally, it's literally better than this one. I would never wear something like that, so, I guess we'll go with that. And since I'm me, and my channel colors are purple, I guess I'm gonna make my my base armor color purple. It doesn't really matter because I'm not gonna be in my base armor very often. Maybe for, yeah, I'm not really gonna be in my base armor at all, but I'll just make it purple, I guess, for the heck of it, since that's the channel theme. I don't make this the right color is weird. Okay, I think that'll do. All right. Now for the voice. I have a very boyish voice, I know that much, so let's see what voices there are. Yeah, I'll cycle through these. There's a lot of these to go through, so I'll come back to you guys when I figure out the voice type I've settled on.
Hi.
Oh, I think I found it! Okay, so while I've been cycling through these, the gesture button gives me a good idea of what the voice will sound like in general, so I pressed this one, and it's pretty close to me. It's about as close as I can get. So I think we're gonna go with type 7. So there you go. And now for the default armor. I personally like the aesthetic of leather armor better, but I'm trying to think of how like I would choose armor if I were in this situation. Let's be real, I wouldn't ever wear armor. I'd just run and hide. I would never actually be fighting a monster. But I'm not going to go with the no armor because that's just completely impractical. I think I would actually get hot in the chainmail armor if I tried to wear this stuff, so I think the leather armor would be better, but at the same time it shows a lot of leg, and that's not exactly my style. But you know what, I'm going to avoid overanalyzing it. We'll just leave it like that. So yeah, there's me. Egypt. And there we go. And now we get to design a palico! I love felines, they are so cute. I'm gonna try and recreate Kari to be my palico because she's my little baby, and right now at college I actually can't interact with her. So we're gonna try and make baby Kari be my palico companion. Now Kari and I both are not fighters. In real life she would probably run and hide and leave me to die, unfortunately, because that's just her personality, but you know what, that's okay. I love her anyway. She's an adorable little ball of fluff that I will hug and cherish till the end of time. Now, she's more of a gray cat, but she's also got like a brownish tinge to her, so I'm not gonna really change too much of the base color. I'm just gonna desaturate it a little bit. I think that's actually a little bit too brown. I'll throw up a picture of Kari on screen, I guess, to show you guys. She's actually a tortoiseshell tabby, so she's got a lot of colors in her, but the tortoiseshell, or should I say calico pattern in the game doesn't exactly do her justice, so I'm gonna leave it more so like this. Okay, so those big old eyes. I think that's pretty fitting for Kari. That's cute. Or this. She looks annoyed half the time. I'm not sure. That would be more for her brother, I guess, Midnight. So I'm gonna go with the cute eyes. I'll change both. So she's kind of got yellowy green eyes, so I'm gonna make them sort of like this olive color, and then maybe change it, make them real saturated, and move them more towards there. Okay, yeah, that's about right. Maybe make them a little less saturated. There we go. Okay, that's about right. Now Kari, she's got some tufty ears, but you can't exactly have those in games, so I guess I'm just gonna leave it like that. She's got a big fluffy tail, so that's about as fluffy as I can make my palico's tail. As to clothing, Kari is a princess, so I'm gonna... Now, I might get a few weird looks for saying that, but she is a spoiled, rotten princess of a cat, so I'm gonna dress her in pink, because let's be real, if she was sentient, that's the kind of stuff she would probably wear. Yeah, there we go, there's Kari. Now I gotta figure out a voice for her. Now there's only 3 right here, so I'll just go ahead and... I'm pretty sure, this is like the growly voice, the type 2. That would be more fitting for her brother, so let's see, So she's actually got a pretty loud meow, and it's not actually very high-pitched or anything, it's just a meow kind of thing where she screams to get what she wants.
Meow. 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 What do you want?
So I'm gonna go with type 1 because that's about as close to her as you can get. And of course, I would want to protect Kari with every little thing possible, so she gets dressed out in leather too. Unfortunately, I think that'd probably be a little hot for her since she's such a long furred kitty. Oh, speaking of which, we can actually edit the fur length. I forgot about that. She's got real thick fur. It's very long. She's long hair, so expected. So there you go. I guess that's about as close to Kari as I can get. No, pattern. I might desaturate this a little bit more. Yeah, that's a little closer. There we go. There's fully saturated, geez. Compared to this. Get a little less bright. Okay, there we go. There's Miss Kari. Okay, Kari, there you go. Oh, it's gonna break my heart seeing her get beat up in the game. Okay, so there's me, and there's my sidekick Kari. Oh wait, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, my character's okay. I just realized, Kari's got more of a creamy underbelly. I need to edit that. Oops. Okay, y'all. Off with Egypt and Kari, ready to slay some monsters and be completely out of character with one another. And so, of course, there is forced solo in this game. So for this first episode, we're just going to play through this forced solo section. Oh, and get through the tutorial. No.
To the A-list! And the commission!
Cheers!
So, tell me, what's your theory? The Elder Dragons must migrate to the New World for some reason. After running the research commission for 40-odd years, the Guild's itching for an answer. They say the Fifth Fleet's got the best shot at cracking this case, and I agree!
Keep it down. Hey, speaking of, A-listers usually operate in teams of 2. Have you sat down with your partner yet?
Listen to that. Getting rough out there. The waves are picking up. And that's gotta mean landfall. You're on the A-list, right? Huh. Meowdy-do.
No.
I'm not psychic, but I do have pretty good ears. Ah, put her there. I happen to be an A-lister myself. Oh, whoa!
And shit immediately hits the fan. And look who it is! I'm not going to spoil the name for those of you who haven't played the game yet, but I'm pretty sure all of you know who that is if you've played Monster Hunter World before. Oh no, Kari! Alright, here we go! On the back of a giant Elder Dragon! I think Zora Magdaros is Elder Dragon. I don't know, don't quote me on that. My terminology isn't exactly the best. Alright, let's get going. Can you move any faster?
Hello? Anybody there?
Yeah, I'm here! My character's just a slowpoke.
Oh, hey, it's you!
Yeah, it's
What
me.
happened to the ship?
Thanks for not remembering my name. Not that they could say it
We
anyway.
have to do something!
Alright, well. If you would stop
Not
walking.
safe here. This way!
Alright, I'm coming.
Ah!
Oh golly, that thing is coming down. Well, get moving. Don't just stare at it. Hopefully everybody got out okay. I didn't even think how many people that must have killed.
We need to get out of here. I've got an idea. This way.
Oh boy.
Watch yourself.
Okay, I'm watching. I'm watching. Holy cow! Jeez.
Hurry.
Where are you taking me? I don't think this is the way. Yeah, there we go. Oh, up again? Really? Okay. There we go. Oh golly, wing drakes.
Ugh. I think my first encounter would be filled with so much packing. Shoo! Shoo! This way!
What did you expect?
The ground's moving again. We're on! I knew it!
Then why did you refer to it as the ground instead of the monster?
Come on, let's go. Get a good running start, then jump.
Here we go! Woohoo! Da 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 da! Egypt to the rescue! No, I would never be that heroic in real life. I would die instantly. There it is!
The new world.
Pretty magnificent. And beautiful. The graphics in this game are really good, and I'm not even playing on the highest setting. Oh, I think that's a Rathalos. Can't really tell. Maybe it's a Rathian. It looked more like a Rathalos tail, though.
Huh? No.
Yikes, that's the second crash landing of today. Well, okay. Just run off and leave me here.
Somebody must have set up this camp.
Yeah, clearly. I thought I stated the obvious.
I found this in the tent. It has a map in it. Well, part of one at least.
Well, at least we know what we're doing. We totally just stole that journal.
Looks like we're right around here.
Okay, and that's Astera.
The Research Commission's base of operations is here. This
Well,
is where
yeah.
our ship was supposed to dock. For now, I think it would be best if we make our way to base.
Once again, I have played
Help
this
us
game
find our
before.
way.
I've played through the tutorial several times. I'm just replaying it with you guys to make the experience more wholesome and authentic, I guess you could say. Not wholesome as in like the cute kind. Wholesome as in like give you the whole experience. And maybe I should shut up when the cutscene's going. Ancient Forest, home of several Optonoth, clearly. And a lot of other baddies. Not that Optonoth are bad, but, you know.
Look, the Research Commission's headquarters. Come on, let's get going.
I don't have a weapon to brutally murderize these Optonoths, so I'm just gonna keep walking. Oh right, this lady wants to go this way. Even though that's straight towards a Draugr nest, but I guess you can't
According to
really
the map,
know about that.
To get to HQ, we need to...
Yeah. Gotta wait for her.
These Aptonoths seem every bit as docile as the ones back home.
Well, they're the same species. Well, okay, maybe not the same exact species. Maybe they're different subspecies, but, you know.
It looks like we need to go around.
Around where?
Something's up. The scout flies are gathering.
Yep, Vitality will restore your health in the middle of a fight, without having to use a Mega Potion. Look at me acting like I know everything when I'm probably the most noob hunter you'll ever come across.
What a weird plant.
Pretty helpful, though. Yeah, for those of you who haven't played Monster Hunter World, you can interact with lots of plants in the environment to cause effects to yourself and to the monster. Alright. This dummy's heading towards a Jogress nest,
We can push our way through these vines.
I don't have a weapon, so I can't, like, murderize monsters yet, but we will eventually. We're just gonna play through the tutorial and show off the game to you guys before we get into any hunts. Hopefully Omni will be joining me when we get to the actual hunt section. And there is the aforementioned Jogress. Kind of like the Jaggy in the old world, but different, obviously. They're just as annoying. And loud. Now, because I don't have a weapon, they're making it out to be a really threatening thing. But in actuality, it would only take a couple hits to kill them with a weapon.
Easy there. Don't pick a fight if you don't have a weapon. We need to hide. Come on,
Yep,
this way.
literally just need to duck into this bush, and they forget all about the fact that we exist. Like, look, they literally just forgot where we were, and they saw me run into this bush. The AI is sometimes a little questionable, but, you know, it is what it is. They gotta do stuff somehow.
Okay, the coast is clear. Let's
where are
get
we
going
going?
while we still can.
Alright, lead the way. Alright, you gonna clear the way for me? Thank you.
Nothing can stop us.
Yep. Or not. Can I just jump off, please? Yeah, okay. Or not. Well. Yeah. I was hoping I could, like, jump off the cliff, but I guess I get snapped to the vine instead. Oh well. Less cool, but it works. Now, normally this area would be full of Kestodon. Oh, and here we get to the, thing where we figure out, you know, traces the monsters.
Let's check it out.
This is introducing, like, you know, the mechanic of tracking a monster and finding out information about it. Once again, you Monster Hunter World veterans know about all this stuff already, but for those of you who haven't played the game, you can track a monster by following these tracks, essentially. And there is the aforementioned monster! The Great Jogress. And for us who don't have a weapon yet, that's not exactly a good thing.
Don't mind me.
And that's another cool thing about this game. You can just mount the monster whenever if you jump off a ledge. Yeah, it's literally locking me into this, so.
This way, hurry.
Okay, let's go.
Move.
Alright, I'm coming. The Jogress is after them, and I'm after the Jogress. Jeez, this is like a Scooby-Doo chase scene.
Move.
I'm coming! And, there's the Anjanath! The apex predator, for the, ancient forest. Yeah, get that, Jogress.
Come on!
Jump!
Epic slow motion shot, I guess.
Hey,
Yeah, that Anjanath is destroying that
let's
Jogress.
go.
Okay.
Alright, I don't know if that's the end of the tutorial per se, but we do get into hunts after this, and we are going to have to hunt like a great Jogress soon enough, so. Once we get settled in Astera, which is the name of this gathering hub, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, because the tutorial is pretty long. It's about 30 minutes, so, well, I guess not the tutorial, the intro section, I should say. I will be quiet for this upcoming cutscene, I promise. Wow. I will quit being a jabberjaw.
Amazing, ain't it? Just look at this gate. It's like nature meant for us to build Astera right here.
Astera. I like it.
The rest of the 5th are already here. You're the last to arrive.
Oh, thanks. Calling us slowpokes?
Okay, set him down here. Take it
I'll
nice
need to
and...
tape up your shoulder. Hold still for a bit.
Hey, you guys made it.
Be right back. You're alive.
Had it rough, huh? When we couldn't find you two, we were starting to sweat bullets.
You barely knew us for like
We were
5
talking
minutes.
about going out to look for you.
All's well that ends well.
Hey, we need a hand. Sorry.
Come on.
Catch you later.
This here's our trade yard. I guess the name says it all.
Mm-hmm. This is where we can buy items and stuff like that. There's also a quest board down here, so we don't have to walk all the way up to the hub.
We've got it all here. We've got hunters to do all the exploring, scholars to do the research, technicians to keep them going. This place is the beating heart of the Commission. Wait here a sec. Commander, I found him.
So apparently everybody was wasting the resources just looking for 2 people. Does that mean like we're some important crew? I mean, obviously we're the main protagonists, but you'd think they wouldn't worry specifically about 2 people out of the very, very many who were part of the fleet. Alright. Oh, should I be narrating this? Because this part isn't voice acted. Okay, I guess. When you've been in a command as long as I have, you start to learn who's capable and who isn't. Now, as much as I'd like to get you up to speed, I'm being pulled in about 8 directions at once. Yeah, I believe it. We'll cover the important matters at Council, which I'll be convening once things settle down. And Egypt still can't talk. I expect you two to be there, of course.
Your reputations precede you.
The Guild spoke highly of you as individuals. Think what you can do as a team. Yeah, I guess that's why they were spending so much energy looking for us. And before I forget, your furry friend was looking for you. Poor thing washed up not too long ago. Alright, let's go find Kari! Go ahead and have a look around Astera. A horn will sound when it's time for Council.
Well, off you go.
Yep, sounds like a plan. Alright, let's find Kari!
I'll give you the grand tour. Let's start by looking for your palico.
Right, I already know where everything is.
This
I don't think
is our
there's a way to
stockpile.
skip this.
They carry most of the basic necessities.
Yeah, we can buy
We should
items
drop
here.
by later to see what they have.
Sounds like a plan. I think taking the lift to get up to the
Next is
eating
the
hub
smithy.
would be much
It's this way.
easier, but he's taking us the really long way around, because obviously it's meant to be treated like we're brand new players, even if you've played the game a whole lot. And, of course, for you, those of you who haven't played Monster Hunter World, and this is your only experience of the game you can't get because you can't buy it, or because reasons, I don't know.
Commission's 5th Fleet, right?
This is pretty good
The old man in
knowledge for
charge,
you
my
guys to know, I
grandfather
guess.
was with the first. That was a long time ago. Me? I'm not with any fleet. Born and bred right here. Never even been to the old world.
So all of us who are familiar with the old world, holy cow, are basically in the dark about all this, and you're supposed to have a
Here's our
general
smithy.
knowledge of Monster
This is
Hunter,
where
I
you can
guess.
craft weapons and armor. You'll be here a lot.
Oh yeah.
Look at this place. Want to check it out?
Not really. I've seen it a bunch, but for those of you who haven't played Monster Hunter World, I will go ahead and check it out anyway.
It's toasty in here.
Yep, it sure is. I'd
canteen.
expect so with
check
the
it out.
giant forge. Can I talk to you? I guess not. Maybe? Oh yeah, I can. So, the illustrious 5th has arrived. Welcome, welcome. I hear it was quite the rough. Huh? Where's your gear? You need equipment. A weapon, at least. Then we'll talk. Yeah, thanks, pal. Okay, on with the tour.
Going?
And the canteen. Sorry, I kept kind of at the eating hub.
I am so there.
Oh. There's a little palico right here. Yeah, I guess she's looking at this palico and thinking of mine. Well, we'll find Kari in a minute. Don't worry. She's okay.
Over here.
I wouldn't just design her for her to be killed off in a heartbeat. Bless her soul.
This here's our canteen.
Hey, over there.
Oh. She's definitely looking for us.
You.
Yay! And she runs to the handler instead of me.
I knew you'd pull
Thanks,
through.
Kari. Yeah, you're still cute. And I guess that means we're having a council.
Calling for a council. Come on.
Yeah.
Now that you are all here, let us begin council.
Yeah,
After
sure.
tracking a migrating elder dragon across the sea, the Fifth Fleet have finally arrived in Astera. Give them a warm welcome. They're a fine group. Worthy comrades who will help see the Research Commission's long efforts finally rewarded. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, sir. We're ready to roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty.
I like how I just nod my head and don't say anything.
This here is the Commission's core team. You should all get to know each other.
Looking forward to it.
Now, down to business. The latest monster to make the Elder Crossing is known as Zora Magdaros.
Yep.
The Research Commission's
Oops, I
job
skipped
is
past
to
that, I'm
discover
sorry.
exactly why the Elder Dragons are migrating to the New World.
Elder dragons have been with us since the dawn of time, altering the ecosystem, reshaping the land, leaving disaster in their wake. Once every decade or so, they flock to this continent. But for what reason?
Maybe to breed?
With the Fifth's help, we will find the missing link.
Here, here.
Now we're talking.
Hunters, for the time being, I need you to focus on investigating our Jagras problem and securing Astera. Start by investigating the Jagras' habitat. Find out what makes them tick, and we'll go from there.
Right. We're on it, sir.
Everyone else, you know the drill. Make sure these hunters have everything they need.
I like how
We're talking.
I like how the head chef guy just growls instead of saying anything.
You two, make it a priority to learn how we do things around here. You'll find good teachers, so don't be afraid to ask.
You heard him. Stick with me and you'll have no problems.
Oh, what? So I'm supposed to learn from you?
Fifth's banner promises a change in the wind. It's your job to fulfill that promise.
Yeah, no problem, pal.
All right, dismissed.
Sweet. All right, so I think that is gonna wrap up the walkthrough so far. I don't think there's really much else to do here. Not even here a whole day, and you already got your first mission. You really are ready to get your hands dirty. Well, let's go look into this Jagras problem. But you'll need a weapon first.
Over here.
There's a box full of equipment you can use in your quarters. Come on, I'll show you the way. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut things off once we get our weapon. For those of you who don't know, there are a lot of different weapons to choose from in Monster Hunter. You can have giant great swords, katanas, like long swords. You can get guns, bow guns, bows. You can get lances, all kinds of stuff. But my personal favorite weapon has always been the switch axe. So no matter what, I'm just going to be playing switch axes in this game. Omni has already told me he wants to be a hammer
Place some
main.
basic gear for you in that equipment box. Make sure to choose a weapon that suits you.
Yeah, thanks, pal. I'm going to start out with a metal switch axe. So yeah, I know about the tutorial already. I'm just going to speed through it. But basically, I'm going to start out with a metal switch axe. Even though the metal isn't exactly the strongest one, the bone actually tends to be stronger than the metal one. For starters, anyway. You can build things with them later once you have the basic materials. But yeah, so, before we go out and deal with this great Jagras problem, I think we're going to end the episode here. So, I hope you guys enjoyed.
Weapons in the training area.
Oh
Just talk
man,
to
these
the
guys just
housekeeper
do
to get
not want to
started.
shut up. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Obviously, it's just kind of a prequel episode. Pretty much episode 0, because there's no real action or anything like that. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a great night.